Missions Minutes at vnministry.com with Hal and Jane Ward. Today we have a special guest with us.
So today we're here with Pastor Carol Simon in Huntsville, Alabama. And Pastor Carol, along with her late husband, Jerry, were missionaries, long-term missionaries to Uganda, East Africa. They have some interesting experiences about raising a family on the mission field. Now, Pastor Carol, when you were in Uganda, your children now are older, but they were little then. And that was when Idi Amin was there killing Christians. What was that like, raising a family on a mission field where they were killing Christians?
Well, to start with, my baby at that time was less than 2, and the oldest one was 4. So the first year was very peaceful, but the second year, when Idi Amin took over and war broke out, it was very difficult in not knowing where we would be from month to month. We would travel a lot. We would go through a lot of roadblocks. We would have school on the road, school at home. It was a very trying time. But the Lord taught me to really hold it together, so to speak, to trust Him and to let the boys feel like that I was secure.
Is there a time that you really had to trust God in a specific situation?
I'll tell you about one roadblock. One roadblock, there had been a lot of white people had been killed. And we did not know what the soldiers were looking for, but they always searched us. So on this particular roadblock, they made Jerry get out with our luggage. They all had rifles and different kinds of guns. One was uncocked on his head all the time. And they started pulling out all the clothes in our luggage. They made me get out, but they wanted the boys to stay in the Land Rover. So as we got outside, I noticed the boys were looking directly at me, not at Jerry. So I had remembered what I had learned. If I show that I'm okay, they'll be okay. So even though I was terrified on the inside, I'm looking at my boys and I'm smiling. Now after a while, when all the clothes were out on the dirt, they said, okay, you may go. We got back in the Land Rover and they just thought, well, this is just something we do here. We go through these roadblocks.
Wow. Now, in spite of all these trials and persecutions, how did you see God move in your ministry there in Africa?
God had just baptized us afresh in the power of God. And Jerry would go out in the bush, and when he did, he was coming back giving reports where he said hundreds came to know the Lord. It was like you preached the gospel and they just come forward. And he led many witch doctors to the Lord, but what we didn't know was this was only going to be a short time before they would really be taken to heaven. Great persecution came and many of those people were killed. And so God really did have a great move before they were taken.
Some of you might be listening today and you think, how can I possibly go on the mission field with a family? Well, this is an example to encourage you. God is always faithful. He'll always take care of you. We'll see you next time on Missions Minutes.